If opportunity doesn't knock, then build the door. Hi, my name is Carolina Hernandez Bosquet. I work for Bosquet Consultancy, which is a firm dedicated to all these trade agreements and relationships between Mexican and other countries. Here are my contact info. You can ask me anything. If you have any doubt during this presentation, don't hesitate to ask. Here are my email, my cell phone. And for me, it's really exciting to work with a local business that is trying to expand to another country and another continent and to the European Union, to Finland. It's really exciting for me. So next, I will talk to you about a little bit about the business environment in Finland in order for you to make a decisions about investing in Finland, and then I will make you a proposal. So for me to start, first I will talk to you about the Finnish political system. What is important for you to know is that Finnish economy has had ups and downs in the last year. In 2015, Finland was one of the few economies that were decreasing in the European Union, and Finland was struggling with this, so they decided to invest in two important sectors, which were education and politics. Since they started to invest in this, the economy have go up, and the GDP per capita is one of the highest in the world currently, and the quality of life it's really well distributed. Another important factor was the independence from Russia, which it was bad and good at the same time because Finland has this debt with Russia, which made them to diversify in their industry and to start accepting the international trade because they needed money. So they started to accept many other foreign countries, and this also helped their economies. And also in 1995, Finland decided to adhere to the European Union. This caused a really openness to the market, to the biggest market in the world, which is the European Union, and this helped to increase their economy. The Finnish demographic and purchasing power. Well, in Finland there are currently 5.5 million inhabitants, which is really different than here in Mexico. They are really small population. Foodstuff, petroleum and related products, grain, chemicals, and transport equipment are the top imports on the country. I think it's important to mention that the first and the most important product to import is foodstuff, which is our industry, Gavelin. The volume of Finnish imports has increased in a 300% since their integrations to the European Union, and also the total trade of, well, not the total, the 60% of the total trade of Finland it's made in the European Union. So I think there's a great opportunity for us if we enter Finland. So the industry on the Finnish economy system. The industrial production represents 16% of their GDP, 10.5% of their total workforce, and their main industries are metals, electronics, machinery, pulp and paper, and foodstuffs. Again, foodstuffs. Okay, so now I will talk about the foreign direct investment in Finland. Finland currently ranks on the 13th place on the Ease of Doing Business Index, which is a really good place. This means that it will be easy to do business with them if we decided to enter the Finnish market. The Finnish trade accounts for over 1/3 of their GDP, so this is the trade. It's relevant to them. It's very important. And the nation's trade it's dominated by high technology products. However, Finland imports high amounts of raw materials and components for its manufactured goods. This is some relevant information. There is some entity which is called Center of the Economic Development, Transport and the Environment, which are the early centers, which benefit the foreign investors with some things I will talk to you about now. But the important thing about this incentive is that you have to develop your industry in some of these areas. I will talk to you about this. Most of the population of Finland lives on the south because of the conditions of the weather, so mostly of the country's forest. So they tend to concentrate themselves on the south. So these early centers are telling you that they will give you all these benefits if you establish on the north. If we decide to develop a distribution center in some of these places of the north, we will have some of these benefits. We will have internationalization of business operations, improvement of business efficiency and management skills, development of technology and innovations, updating of staff skills, and training of new employees. These are some of the benefits that we will get if we establish our distribution center in the development areas that are mentioned here. Okay, so as we know, as Finland being part of the European Union, their currency is the euro. And I will talk to you a little bit about how is the euro going. So according to international analysts, this year the euro will be the most valuable currency in the world, above the British pound. And the main reason is because of the Brexit, so the pound is having a quite instability. The euro is improving investors' confidence. The European Union economy has grown for 17 consecutive quarters. Unemployment rate is falling, and the risk of deflation is disappearing. This is making the euro having a great stability and improving. So the currency is doing really good. Okay, so if you decide to invest on Finland, you have to know some of these Finnish culture facts in order to have a really good relationships with them. First is that the communication patterns, they are introverts. They are mostly to be introverts. There can be some extroverts. It's not like something a law, but most of the people tend to be introverts. They are hospitable and supportive, but at the same time they are really quiet. They never talk about religion or politics with strangers. They appreciate privacy. They are really equality nations, so no racist jokes should be told. This is really important. They rather blend than to be the center of attention. An invitation to sauna is a good sign. Their culture system, they have these values. They are not religious, they follow the rules carefully. They are great readers. They appreciate the nature and the outdoors because mostly of Finland it's forest, so they love being outside. They value their personal space, and punctuality is really, really important to them. Cultural factors in communications, they listen to you and they will not tell you anything. This doesn't mean that they're not okay with what are you saying or that they don't agree. They might be agreeing, but they are processing all the information, and if they don't say anything, it's a yes. Oral commitments are important for them, so if you are not sure about something, then don't say it. They shake hands. The raised voice is considered as rude. They rather email communications. They don't like to talk on the phone, and they're likely to do the business right away, unless like Mexicans that like to talk about it. They speak fluent English, but they are shy. So employment in Finland, the minimum wage depends, but it's between 7.3 to 14 euros per hour. The unemployment rate is 7.5%, and this is an important fact that Finland ranks in the first place on human capital in the world. This index works with some things related to it: human capital, education, skills, employments available to people from 15 to 65 years. So Finland is one of the best places to work in the world. Relevant. Okay, so now if we are talking about getting the food stuff imported to Finland, there are some important regulations that we have to cover. There are some regulations from the European Union and some from Finland. I will talk to you about this now. In the European Union, there is the Common Agricultural Policy, which is in charge of the regulation of the agricultural products. This mainly checks that the conditions of the crops are good, that the animals are not being harmful. I know your production, so I think we will not have any problem regarding this. And in Finland, there are some restrictions that are regulated by Evira, which is the Finnish Food Safety Authority. Foodstuffs that you can bring without quantity restrictions are the following. There's like a list, but I think the most important and the one that applies to us is any other food products not containing any fresh or processed meat or dairy. And so our production doesn't have any meat products, so we are good with this. Also, we will have not problems with regulations. We are doing fine with everything. So some relevant trade policy details. These are some documentation that you have to have in order to import to Finland. It's a custom declaration. It's a valuation declaration for imports exceeding the value of 5,000 euros and a copy of the commercial invoice. It is also our responsibility to declare the total of goods that are imported to Finland to the single administrative document, the SAT. So now, why should Gavlin enter the Finnish market? Okay, so Finland main importation products are foodstuffs, as I mentioned before. So it's a great opportunity for us to enter the Finnish market. Sorry. Also, Finnish people like and accept very well the Latin American culture. This is a fact. I lived in Finland for a while, and I don't know why, but the Finnish people like and accept very well the Mexican culture. They feel a connection, a really close connection with them, and also it will be a really innovative product for them. I don't think they have had amaranth before, so in my opinion they will accept very well our business, our production. Also, another important thing is that the euro situation is improving. Entering any market of the European Union, it's a great opportunity. What are the costs? So the importation costs, the custom duty and the VAT. But currently there is a free trade agreement between Mexico and the European Union, so this will benefit us. To what scale? So my proposal is to Gavlin should start exporting to medium big companies. My company in mind is Flying Tiger, which is a company who sells products of different types related to crafts and food. I think there's a great opportunity in this business, especially. We can check this later. And my other proposal is to start with Finnish supermarket chains. Are there any acquisition or strategic alliances to be made? Well, in Finland, as we know, it's one of the first places in education, in healthcare, in institutions, and in renewable energies. So they are asking for foreign investment in order to develop all these areas. So, in my opinion, any country in the European Union, it's a great opportunity for us to enter. But Finland, it's special because they feel like a really close connection with us, with Mexicans. So in conclusion, Gavlin should enter the Finnish market, invest in the euro because their situation is improving. They should start a medium big business as Flying Tiger or supermarket chains as S-Market, this is an example. And Finnish love Latin American culture, as I told you. And doing business in Finland, it's quite easy because they have a really great openness in their market. So this will be all. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I hope you like the proposal. If you have anything to add, you can also tell me. I think this is a great opportunity. It's a great chance for you. So I hope that you like it and I hope that you consider it. Thank you.